Friends, welcome to my channel. Bruce Wayne, better known as Batman. My friends, let's have some fun today. Okay, fractions are getting a little more complex, so look at this problem and let's dissect it so you can be successful in math and you can understand it. A lot of this is reasoning. You have to reason the problems. Let's look at the word problem. In Mrs. Elliott's garden, let me zoom in so you see the words better, and then I will zoom out. In Mrs. Elliott's garden, 1/8 of the flowers are red, 1/4 of them are purple, and 1/5 of the remaining flowers are pink. If there are 128 flowers, how many flowers are pink? Okay, so let's get the information out. So 1/8 of the flowers, I'm just going to write it here, 1/8 of the flowers are red. And 1/4 are purple. So 1/4 of the flowers are purple. And 1/5, now here's the crucial words in there. 1/5 of the remaining. Of the remaining flowers. This information is important and you will see why. Are pink. Are pink. So there you have it, my friends. So let's set this up. So now we are going to show our work in using a tape diagram. Here is our tape diagram. And one thing we know tape diagram, that this whole thing is 128 flowers, because it tells us right here. So it's 128. It's 128, my friends. That is the whole. And then it says the 1/8 are red. So I would say 1/8 is about this much. So these will be red. 1/8 will be red. And it says that 1/4 will be purple, right? And then we have the remaining. Listen to my words. So remaining, my friends. So let's find out the first one. So let's do the math. So if we find out, we're going to find out 1/8 of 128, my friends. That is the first step. That's the first thing you do. This is our 8th step. So again, this is a multiplication, so we are going to set it up that way. 1/8 times 128, which we have to convert into a fraction, as we've been practicing all along from this module, the Eureka module, and that becomes fractions and fractions. That's the only way you can solve this. This will equal 128, and this will equal 8. Okay, my friends? So here is the strategy that I've been teaching my students. So you find out how much this 128 goes. 8 goes into 128, and this is what I do. So you can do a division. That will be the simplest way to do it. So 128 divided by 8. The 8 goes into 12 once. 1 times 8 equals 8, and the remainder is 4. Then we bring the 8 down. And we say that 8 goes into the 48. That will be 8 times 5 equals 40. 8 times 6 equals 48. And that will be the answer. So now we know that there are 16 red flowers. Let's remember, these are red. Let me mark this red and just call them red flowers. Now let's find out about the purple flowers, and we're going to do the same procedure, my friends. Same procedure. So B will be this one right here, 1/4 of 128, and that becomes the same problem. 1/4 times 128 over 1. When you do the multiplication, that turns into 128 1 times 128, and 4 times 1 equals 4. Again, this is a division again, my friends. But here is something interesting. I notice that this, if I divide 128 by 8, that will be 16. Notice that this is 4. So that's going to double the number of the answer. And let me just show you what I'm talking about. 128 divided by 4. The 4 goes into the 12 3 times. 3 times 4 equals 12. That means 120. Subtract 120 from that number, and the remainder is what? 8. Then you say that 8 goes into the 8 2 times. 2 times 4 equals 8, and the remainder is 0, my friends. So now we know that purple flowers will have 32. Now here is where you gotta be really alert. The last one says 1/5 of the remaining flowers are pink. So if this is the remainder, that's what we gotta do. We don't know what that is. So we gotta figure it out in this manner. So your step C will be, you're gonna say 16 plus 32, that will equal 48. Because 48, let me see if I did the math correctly. That's 8, and that will be 4. That is correct. Okay, my friends, if you subtract now 48, we need to know the remainder, right? We got to subtract that number from the total of the flowers, which is 128. And let me erase this because I have to start with the largest number on the top. 128 minus 48, my friends, and the answer is 80. Sorry, let me show you that. The answer is 80 when I did the subtraction. So here's our next step. Since now we know that the value of this is 80, so we need to know that it's pink. Well, we have A, B, C, D. Here is D, my friends. D is gonna be, this says 1/5 of the remaining flowers, so 1/5 times 80. And we rewrite that as 1/5 multiplied by 80 once. And that in turn becomes 80 times 1 equals 80, and 5 times 1 equals 5. When you divide 80 by 5, the 5 goes into the A once. 1 times 5 equals 5, which is 50, and the remainder is 30. And then you say how many times the 5 goes into that 30, and the answer is 6, because 6 times 5 equals 30. My friends, we found the answer. So of all this number, if you are paying attention, if you are 1/5, let's say this is 1/5, 1/5 of that is pink, and that is 16. Now the number 80 changes. This is no longer 80, my friends. So it's going to be 16 minus, no, 80 minus 16, and that will give you the answer for the remainder. So now the important thing was that we know that these are pink. So 1/5 of pink flowers equals 16 of them. Okay? And now this number has to be reduced by 16, which will be, that will be 20, 64. So now this is 64. My friends, this is what it takes now to be able to solve this problem. It's a little convoluted, but if you follow the letters, watch the video, it will assist you. Please, I encourage you to pay attention, slow it down, pause it, because you know what? Word problems are really important. You have to be able to understand them. And I know you can. I know you are bright. So please, my friends, let's get it done. Have a good day.